ideas. I'm watching them, first of all, between Sutton and Mims and Franklin and this kid from Illinois. Those guys are like long, they run well, they can stretch the field. I'm just telling you, when I, as a consumer, watch Denver, I just see athletes everywhere. Weigh in on that offense, Bo and Sean.
Well, they got a great defense, and then that helps the offense. And Sean is very confident, knows exactly what he wants to do, has done it for a long time. And as a quarterback, he's exactly the kind of guy you'd want to play for. I think what Bo Nix is so great at, and a lot of people, you know, and I would say every coach I ever had would say, hey, quarterbacks, you make so much money because of what we expect you to do on third down, red zone, and 2 minute. And that's where Bo Nix, to me, has been outstanding. Third down, even fourth down, he's been incredible with his arm, with his legs, with his mind. Just really impressive. And you think about that draft class, the draft class that last year was Jaden Daniels. This year, everyone's talking about Drake May. Both those guys are outstanding. But Bo Nix, he's right there. He's right there, both last year and this year. And some people were like, oh, he's streaky. Yeah, guess what? When he's on fire, he's on fire. Similar, I don't want to say it, but similar to Drew Brees, and a little bit unstoppable. Like the defense, I don't know what you do differently. And this tandem with Sean Payton, like it's legit. Are they a Super Bowl contender? Yeah. If they can come out of their division, if they could win that division, they can win the Super Bowl. That's a great division. So I'm a believer in Bo Nix. I don't know how you can't be.
Wow. I got the chills. Legit. No, I'm not making that up. I got the chills. Listen to the knowledge being dropped on all of us. We all waited over 24 hours, more than that at this point, for First Things First to address the Denver Broncos and Bo Nix, and they did not. But Matt Hasselbeck, he delivered. You know, it's funny to say that Bo Nix is right there with Drake May and Jaden Daniels and et cetera, and I told you this, and they announced it on the broadcast, that Bo Nix is first in passing yards, first in passing touchdowns, first in wins. Like, I mean, you know, like, he is obviously there, right? He is obviously there. And, you know, can Bo Nix be a little streaky? Sure, because he's a young quarterback. You know, I mean, if you're expecting him to be a finished product, it's like, I don't know what to tell you. I really don't. I don't know who sold this messaging to the masses that these quarterbacks are supposed to be like finished products by like year 2, year 3, and then it's just like, oh, you are who you are. That's it. I don't know how that came about. I really don't. And that's what's so crazy about Bo Nix right now, because you see the levels of success that they're having. And if Bo can actually stabilize, like, he doesn't even have to elevate necessarily. He just has to stabilize. I mean, how amazing, how incredible can this Broncos team be? And like Colin kind of highlighted yesterday, they don't even have the financial flexibility and mobility that they will have moving forward because of everything with Russ. That they were already kind of backed into a corner a little bit, or, you know, they were in a hole that they kind of had to dig themselves out of, that Bo Nix really rescued them largely, as well as Sean Payton for that matter. And so just wait until they can really build and really spend the money in a way that they want to do to the best of their abilities. And there really is, if Bo Nix can stabilize, just elevate his floor. I don't even think he needs to elevate his ceiling necessarily. If he just elevates his floor, you are talking about a perennial Super Bowl contender. No doubt about it. No doubt about it. So hopefully this is the game that really skyrockets this, that really sparks the momentum for the Broncos, and that it's not just, you know, they beat a bad team or a bad defense or whatever. Like, this is a team that now is starting to be comfortable, starting to understand what they need to do to be the best versions of themselves, that it's all just starting to click, that they had a couple of their, you know, goofy, weird, bizarre wins. They had their goofy, weird, bizarre loss or so. And now they're settling into just, we're just gonna win. We're just gonna take care of what we need to take care of, right? Just you know, as in the simplest way possible. Just keeping it straightforward. But it is funny here because Bo Nix right now is top 5 in touchdowns with 15 touchdowns. So he's up there with Drake, Jalen, Goff, Herbert, Dak, Aaron, Stafford. I mean, like he's doing it, man. He's doing it. His interception rate, you'd like it a little bit, but you'd like it a lot bit better, right? I mean, look at Tua. Tua's got 10. I mean, that's crazy. But Drake's at 3, Jalen at 1, Goff at 3, Herbert's at 7. So he had a rough go at it a little bit. Dak at 5, Aaron at 5. Stafford's been great with 17 touchdowns and 2 interceptions. So like, you would like to see that reduce a bit. No doubt. But here's the thing: all the quarterbacks that are ahead of him, look at his drop rate. Okay. He's got 19 and at a 9.6%, drop percentage. Everyone above him is just, Tua's at 10, Drake's at 7, Jalen at 4, Goff at 5, Herbert at 12, Dak at 13, Aaron at 8, Stafford at 11. That's massive, considering especially the sample size that we're working with right now. That's a ton. To have 8 more drops than Stafford, to have essentially double the drop percentage, drop rate of Drake May, quadruple the amount of Jalen Hurts, a little less than double of Justin Herbert. Like that matters. Now, the best thing that the Broncos have going for them is that they absolutely protect their quarterback better than anyone else right now, at only 79 pressures. So they're dropping the ball, but they are protecting him to a great way. I mean, because again, you look at Justin Herbert, and he's pressured almost nearly double the amount, okay, out of 141 times. So, they giveth, they taketh. But if they can start to be a little bit more sure-handed, I mean, my goodness. Like, his completion percentage is a little low, but when you look at the adjusted completion percentage, it's right there. He would be at 77.3, which, Goff 84, Herbert 76, Aaron 77, Stafford 73, right? Like he's right there. So like that should make anyone feel pretty good about what this team has the potential to do. Because you have someone like Caleb Williams, for instance, he's been struggling, and his completion percentage has been, on the low end as well. But when you look at his adjusted completion percentage, 70.4. So you're like, okay, it would obviously be elevated, but nowhere near as much of a rate of Bo Nix. And again, that's going to be because of the amount of drops. Caleb Williams has 7 drops right now. Bo Nix, 19. Those things matter. That's why these types of analytics, like, these matter. These matter more than just a baseline completion percentage, passer rating, whatever it may be. Like, those things matter. And even so, when we look at touchdowns and whatnot, and kind of have, like I said, when I was going through the quarterbacks that are ahead of Bo Nix, at least in terms of total touchdowns, Bo Nix's average depth of target is 8.2, Drake 8.4, Jalen 9.1, Jared Goff 6.8, Herbert 8, Dak 7.6, Aaron 6.7, Stafford 9.5. Again, all right within that range, and a mix of it. So it's just this offense had been playing a little bit down what they're capable of achieving, whether it be because of drop passes, whether it be because of some errant throws. I know people were kind of harsh on Sean Payton's play calling, and I understand that, but the reality is that if they caught the ball more and Bo Nix was just a little bit marginally a little bit more accurate, they may not even come close so far to losing a game when you really think about it. I mean, these are made up percentages, but it's just like if Bo Nix was just like 5% more accurate, and if they just cut those drops, like if you think about it, if they cut those drops in half, which would still be up there in the NFL with drop passes, like it's like, what are we talking about here, right? Like you would easily have a top offense in the NFL. So like, what I'm trying to highlight here is that the bones are there for it. That it's there. It's not even like the execution itself in terms of like the play itself. It's just doing it, right? Like it's just coloring between, in between the lines. It's connecting the dots. So that's actually really exciting. So anytime people want to kind of criticize this offense or say, oh, it wasn't that good or this, that, or Nick trying to downplay the game against the Cowboys, like when you actually look at the game itself and then look at the data, you're like, it's actually there. It's actually right there for their taking. So pretty exciting. So you can understand why someone like Hasselbeck is saying like, no, Bo Nix is for real. This is absolutely a Super Bowl contender, and let's party. But those are just my thoughts. I'd absolutely love to hear yours. What do you guys all think about the Denver Broncos and Bo Nix? Do you believe that this team is for real and that they are legitimate, bona fide Super Bowl contenders? Let me know in the comments below. I read every single comment. So whether you agree with me or disagree with me, either way, let's get in some discussions. Let's get in some fights. But ultimately, let's just have some fun. And please do consider subscribing. We are building an amazing community here, and I absolutely love to see you part of it. I want to build something that we all generally feel connected to. Something that we're really excited to be part of. I think we're well on our way to doing it. And please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, as it really does help with the visibility and the algorithm. Thank you so much. See you next time.